Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance. We're going to be doing some shoulder circles. When people talk about shoulder circles, we often think of moving the arms around to get the shoulders, this outer bony point where the arm bone and the collarbone and the shoulder blade all kind of meet. We think of that as being what's moving around. But I want you to really focus on shoulder blades because we're going to do this in three different positions. Three different positions. And in those positions, two of them, the arms are going to be fixed and you're going to have to figure out shoulder blades. So let's think about the shoulder blades first. Let's pull the shoulder blades up to the ears and then pull the shoulder blades apart, which brings the arms forward. And then pull the shoulder blades down toward your pelvis and pull them together. And we're going to smooth that out and see if you can make this move from your shoulder blades. Picture those shoulder blades just sliding around. Take one more that direction and then we're going to reverse it. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down, pull them apart, up to the ears and back together. Shoulder blades down, shoulder blades apart, up to the ears and together. And again, smoothing that around. Now you'll notice your arms move, your collarbones move, your ribs move, your sternum is moving a little bit. All of that's happening because you're sliding your shoulder blades around. And the arms are hanging free, which is why they can move like that. If we plant the hands and then try and move the shoulder blades, now the circle gets more confusing. But it can be really interesting work for both your brain and for your upper body. So we're going to set up in table. And one thing I want you to watch is that you're not rounded to the ceiling before you begin. So try and relax that pelvis down, not completely collapse, just a little bit of lumbar curve. And then we're going to start to pay attention to those shoulder blades. We're going to let them slide up to the ears and we're going to pull them together and then they pull down to the pelvis and they pull apart. And what you notice here is because the arms can't move, the torso's moving. So I am circling my shoulders, but I'm trying to really focus on the shoulder blades doing the work because they, again, are moving in those circles and other parts have to respond. We're going to reverse it, pull the shoulder blades towards your pelvis, together, up to the ears and apart. Shoulder blades to the pelvis, together, up by the ears and apart. And we'll take two more, trying to smooth that out. And we'll come up off the hands for a moment. Now that puts some weight bearing in the wrists. If it really bothers your wrists, but you want to work on that, you can lift the heel of your hands up a little higher. This is a pool noodle, but you could put a blanket, roll something up under your hands. You could even put blocks under your hands and have your fingers off the edge of it. Or stand up and do this with your hands resting on a table. It'll put less weight in your hands than being here on all fours. So now we're going to challenge it even further because we're going to get closer to the floor. We're going to come to what's called Sphinx pose. So I'm lying down on my stomach, I have my propped up on my elbows. And again, I'm going to pay attention to shoulder blades. My torso will be kind of doing the reverse of what I'm talking about with the shoulder blades. As I pull my shoulder blades up toward my ears, my torso starts to come down. As I pull my shoulder blades apart, my torso lifts away from the floor. Pull the shoulder blades down to the pelvis, and then I pull my shoulder blades together, my chest comes forward again. So if I'm paying attention to my shoulder blades, my spine sort of undulates between. Shoulder blades come up to the ears, they pull apart, they pull down, they pull together. Up to the ears and apart, down to the waist and together, one more. And now we're going to go the reverse direction. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down to the hips, apart, up to the ears, and together, and down, and apart, up to the ears, and together, down, and apart, up to the ears, and one more. And go ahead and come off your arms once more. Let your arms relax. Feel the heat, feel the effort that was. Maybe it was mental effort. Maybe working on your forearms is too much and you're going to start to work on just doing it standing or coming onto all fours. Maybe you loved that thing on your stomach working in Sphinx pose. Whatever it is, I want you to play with it. I want you to see how it feels. I'd love to hear what you're thinking of all this shoulder work. Go.